Hello, Mr. Ajluni. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. We really appreciate it for Devotion Week. So to start off, where did you start after leaving Catholic Central? What was your journey like from there, and how did you come to find the Basilians?
Well, at, upon graduating from Catholic Central, I became an associate, which is the first step in the formation process. So I went to the Franciscan University of Steubenville and stayed in contact with the Basilians and worked with them over the summer in a variety of different places. So I've been with the Basilians for the last 5 years since graduating in 2015.
Okay. So what is one of your favorite memories from Catholic Central throughout your time here on campus?
Oh gosh. Probably the Boys Bowl. I loved the
Okay.
Boys Bowl. As in the drum line, I loved it.
Okay, that's awesome. So you were in the drum line. That's really interesting. What would you recommend students considering, the priesthood or becoming a Basilian or any form of faith life? What would you recommend for them to look at right now? Who would you recommend they go and talk to about it, or along those lines?
Um, any priest that they feel comfortable with, or anybody that you look up to on a spiritual basis. I I found there were some Basilians at Catholic Central that I went and talked to um, while I was there that I felt really comfortable with and really admired. Um, so I would suggest to anyone just to be open to it and to pray about it. And if you think there might be something there, to talk to somebody. That's something that took me a long time to do, but I'm ultimately glad I did.
So did you have a calling as well along your journey? Was there a moment that just clicked for you and you knew that priesthood or, faith life was for you?
Um, I'd say it's a collection of moments, and I don't know if it's one of those things you can't say with like
Yeah.
absolute certainty.
Mhm.
But there were a few moments at Catholic Central where I saw the Basilians specifically and other priests as around in my parish and whatnot, how they responded to certain situations, and that really drew me and had a very strong impact on me.
Okay, that's really great. We've seen that as a trend when we've been talking with people on the journey to become Basilians or other faith life discernments. We've noticed that as a trend, though, that it wasn't just one moment where it clicked and they decided to become a priest. It was a collection of moments. So definitely across the board, and everybody's is different though too, and that's also been said. So was there ever sitting in church or something like that that you just that you remember looking back at and saying, this is what tipped the scale, and I'm going to go and talk to Father Regal or a priest here or something like that?
Um, well, there was a moment where it was at a funeral at Catholic Central for one of my classmates when I was a sophomore, that I had known for years and years since kindergarten. And that had a profound effect on me and the way that I saw that it was handled. And I remember being at the funeral. That's kind of the first time the thought really came into my head. And I kind of sat on it for, a couple of years. And then I was on the Kairos retreat at Catholic Central, and one of the priests, Father Thompson, was there, and I always really admired him. So I went and I talked to him about it, and we set up a time to meet and took it from there.
That's really awesome. We just had the Kairos retreat actually on this past weekend for all of the juniors and seniors. So definitely a life changing event. I've heard. Um, did you enjoyed yours, obviously, from what it sounds like. It was definitely one of an eye-opening, moment in your life. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great. I highly suggest it to anybody who's hasn't had the opportunity to go yet. I suggest going.
okay, well, thank you so much for coming and doing this interview with us. We really, really greatly appreciate it, and we wish you the best on your journey. And we hope to see you again at Catholic Central once all of the COVID restrictions lift, if you're able to, when you're able to make it back to see us, hopefully in the future. So,
All right.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.